And it will be yours. Just 35 minutes. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and young Dons fans, and welcome to soccer at beautiful Legends Field. We ask fans to please allow the players to play, the coaches to coach, and the officials to officiate without negative commentary. Cheer for your team, not against the other. Tonight's match is a Don Raider Cup tournament match between the Senn Bulldogs and your Notre Dame Dons. At this time, we'd like to introduce each team, starting with the visiting Senn Bulldogs. First, let's meet the captains. Number 7, a senior, John Watson. Number 16, a senior, Jesus Romero. And number 21, a senior, Andres Elenis. Number 1, a senior, Daniel Tinoco. A junior, number 3, Marlon Garcia Jr. A senior, number 4, Diego Sanchez. A junior, number 8, Joe Gonzalez. A senior, number 9, Kabito Ariyoshi. A junior, number 13, Callum Dixon. A junior, number 15, Finnegan Dennis. And number 22, a sophomore, Beef Denute. Senn is coached by Stephen Brewer, assisted by Samuel Corner, Anthony Campuzano, and Wendy Castro. And now the starting lineups for your Notre Dame Dons. First, the captains. Number 9, a senior, Francesco Di Filippo. A senior, number 10, Daniel Dino. A sophomore, number 16, Ante Bassan. A senior, number 99, Luca Lobianco. A senior, number 1, Sean Johnson. A junior, number 3, Ryan Shanahan. A sophomore, number 8, Joey Source. A junior, number 12, Max Stalinchek. A sophomore, number 17, Jack McNamara. A junior, number 23, Ian Martinez. And a sophomore, number 24, Sebastian Diesnerowski. Notre Dame is coached by Mike Smith, assisted by Tom Crowley and Mike Regal. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise and kindly remove your caps. Active military and veterans may keep your hats on while rendering a military salute as we honor our nation with our national anthem.
You Love Soccer. Are you excited for today as the game starts?
Yes, I'm very excited for today. I've been in class. I've been going to school with these guys for many years at this point. Luca Lobianco, actually, a childhood best friend of mine. Yes, he's incredible. Really amazing in goal. He is a brick wall. I don't know how anything gets past him, to be honest.
Yeah, had a great season last year. He's trying to live up to expectations again this year with being the great goalie he is. So there's a
foul there.
Penalty in the middle field. Yeah, as I was saying, Luca Lobianco, great goalie, but, you know, we have some key players up on offense and defense, too. You want to mind telling me about some of those guys?
Yeah, so Daniel Dino, actually probably one of the stars on this team, I would say. He has been on varsity for the past 3 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds correct, yeah.
Yeah, he has been just electric on the field. Every single time he touches the ball, something magical is going to happen. And when he gets in front of the goal, ooh, man, you do not want to be that goalie.
Yeah, quick off the feet. He knows where to put the ball when he's in dangerous territory in the other team's goal.
Yeah, and also Francesco Di Filippo, man, what an incredible person on it and off the field. I mean, geez, in Italian class, you know that guy's doing his work.
Taking it to the classroom, I see. All right, all right. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm just asking you, you know these guys a little bit more. You're a senior this year. How's it feel that it's going to be your last year, in media crew calling some games?
It's a really strange feeling. I mean, I've called Notre Dame my home for many years, and as there's another foul there on the far side of the field, going to be Notre Dame possession. But, yeah, no, these guys have been incredible. They've been working so hard over the summer. I know that they have just the most immense drive, and they're just incredible in everything that they do. And especially some sophomores on the team, too, who have been playing pretty well recently, too. The Source twins.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They played freshman last year, I believe, and
yes, they did.
Got moved up this year very quickly, quick transition, but, that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Playing at these higher levels, got to learn how to transition quickly.
Yeah, they were actually crucial in the elite, or in the Sweet 16 run, I'm pretty sure it was. They were crucial in getting us there, and they were incredible in that final game until, unfortunately, Notre Dame fell. But overall, this team has a really good chance to go back to the Sweet 16. Despite losing some key members like the Krug twins, they're off in Valencia, Spain now.
Off in Spain, yeah. I wonder where that came from, just going to Europe.
Yeah, no, they're on the academy team now, which is pretty insane.
They definitely deserve it, though, with a great season last year. They led this team, so they definitely deserve to go over there and start playing in a different level.
Yeah, no, professional level pretty soon. But it's now up to Luca and Dino to lead this team. They've known all these guys. They've known every single person. I'm trying to think of the man a couple of years ago who was just a stone wall in our defense. And there's a great ball through. Oh, and it just goes right out of bounds. Unfortunate. Right into the football team.
So, as Danny was saying before the game started, there are a couple different rules for this game. It's only 35-minute halves with a 10-minute break in between because this is the tournament. We played ND played Senn last year in the same exact tournament with the same exact rules, so a little bit different. Usually it's 40-minute halves. I think still 10-minute break in between.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different for this game tonight.
But, yeah, it should be an interesting dynamic because it's a lot less time to work with, and those 10 minutes are crucial whenever in a time period. And now it goes out for a corner kick for Senn. But yeah, this Notre Dame team is very talented. I am incredibly excited to see where this team goes. Oh, it's actually a throw-in. My apologies. And as that goes into the box, it's batted away. It's still rolling around back there. Oh, as a clearance attempt by Dino, and it gets through. Great clearance by Dino. And it goes back to Senn for a throw-in. But yes, no, a lot of these sophomores are incredible, and they're going to be leading this team too, but they got to learn from the best of the best for leadership. And Luca and Dino, they've been just wonderful at leading people. They know how to lead in a class, and they know how to lead on the field. As Senn works an attack now, it goes through. The ball's on the wing now for 22. And as it gets cleared out now.
So, yeah, sorry, as you were saying, a lot of underclassmen on this team so far. We have Joey Source. Let's see. Sorry about this.
Yes,
Ante Bassan, Jack McNamara. Sebastian something. Sorry, I cannot pronounce that last name. Can you try that?
Deserjanowski?
Dzerżanowski.
Yeah, Dzerżanowski.
Sounds right. So, yeah, we have a couple underclassmen on this team, which is great for the future of this program. You know, shows that we have
depth for years to come, and I'm sure that this program's only going to get better as Sean Johnson now goes through, and he gets taken over by Senn. Senn really seems to be playing possession here as Dino now takes the ball in center field, passing it along. This Dons team really likes to take their game meticulously. They like to take it slow. As now it gets back to Sean Johnson. He tries to put it through, but it gets taken over by Senn. And it gets juggled up in the air in the center field. But no, these guys are incredible at what they do. They've been put in their work. They have great footwork. I mean, it's quite incredible what they're able to do. As Dino now gets fair in the wing, and it gets knocked out by Senn for a throw-in.
Yeah, and they're going to be the leaders of this team for the next 2 years as the upperclassmen and seniors start to leave. You know, they're going to have to fill in those spots and make sure that they're going to be the leaders on this team.
And no one for Notre Dame currently getting that throw-in, which is kind of strange. I think, yeah, okay, there goes Sean Johnson going to pick it up.
So, yeah, last year, if you were watching the stream last year for any soccer games, you would know that it's basically me and Danny podcast. But this year we're changing it up a little bit. We have a few more announcers that want to get on air. So, you know, you'll be listening to a couple new voices this season. For soccer especially.
As Senn now gets onto the counterattack, and it gets quickly eaten up by Luca Lobianco, who picks it up inside the box. Luca has quite the leg here, so we'll have to see how he punts this ball away. Boom. Look at that punt just straight down to the middle, right at the 50-yard line. Gets right over, but it gets intercepted quickly again by Senn. Senn has really been all over the Dons today, getting the possession in. But it seems to be a battle of quick turnovers.
Yeah, both teams pretty equal with ball time right now. No team has really been dominant in having the ball on their side of the field, so it's been pretty even, pretty good defensive match so far.
Yeah, of course. And as now Senn tries to work an attack, but it's quickly broken up by the Notre Dame defense. And now it's back all the way at the Senn defense, but it gets quickly returned back to the middle, as is now a throw-in for the Dons.
Last year, the Dons, like you said, played a very slow pace. You know, they took their time with the ball. They wanted to make sure that they weren't rushing it. If they had the open pass, they were passing it instead of shooting it. They were a very unselfish team. We hope to see that again this year, which I do think will happen, considering a lot of these guys who are starting tonight have also started last year, so they know the pace of this team.
Exactly, and they're just waiting for Senn to mess up or for the other team to mess up. And as Senn now tries to work a counterattack, but it does not work. But, yeah, they play a very slow style. Oh, and there's now a penalty in favor of Notre Dame. They're going to get a free kick. But, yeah, as I was saying, they tend to work a slow pace of play to try and make sure that they get Senn caught off their man and caught off their guard, which is really impressive for this group. I think that they are able to work on some great opportunities. And was it the freshman who played, or was it the JV who just played before this?
JV played before
Yeah, JV
this.
playing before this. We saw how quickly the tempo of the match can just completely change as soon as an opening goes up, because the JV won 2-0, which is quite incredible for how late in the game they started scoring. Which is, I think, with around 10 minutes left.
Both goals came just about under 10 minutes. Something along those lines. You know, very late in the game. So you know they had a strong presence at the end of the game.
All right, and he gives up the throw-in for the captain. The ball gets thrown into the box, quickly broken up by Senn, and cleared out. And it goes quickly out of bounds through the Notre Dame defense for a throw-in. Senn now subbing on a new player. But yeah, no, Notre Dame sports this year is going to be quite intriguing. I feel that there's going to be a lot of great potential for every sports team this year, as Senn now tries to work an attack, putting a through ball that just goes wide right, and it rolls out for a throw-in for Notre Dame. But yes, Notre Dame has quite the groups this year for every sport. I feel like there's a good chance that a lot of them work really well together and that they do pretty decently in the later fall and winter events.
Especially towards playoffs. Saw a great run last year. We hope to see that again this year.
Of course, as Senn now tries to work an attack, they push through the center. Doing some quick passes. A shot on target, but it just hits off Luca Lobianco. Like I said, a brick wall back there.
Yeah, Luca read that perfectly. Saw it going right to him and went right into his chest. There's a great down ball down the field.
What a through ball, and it gets quickly broken up. And then Senn retains possession and tries to work it down on a counterattack, but it fails as they cannot get possession. Oh, no, and now Senn works through. As a quick, he stops it. Okay, he goes right through there, and, offsides on Senn.
Called.
That was a really close call, but that is the correct call.
Correct call. If I'm being honest, a little bit of a break for ND there.
Huge break.
Got into some trouble.
The Notre Dame defense really saved there by that offsides, but incredible work to try and make sure that he was offside. As now Luca kicks it off, and it gets sent through to the Senn offense as they now try and work through a through ball. And it gets deflected away by the Notre Dame defense as they're now trying to work. Senn is now trying to work an attack through, and it goes out for a throw in for Notre Dame.
Just about 12 minutes into this game, still scoreless at 0-0.
Senn has had quite a lot of attacking opportunities recently for this whole game, and Notre Dame hasn't really quite come up with a response yet on offense. Maybe if they can try and figure out a way that they can change the tide of this game completely. As now Notre Dame tries to work out an offense. They try and play a through ball, but it goes quickly to the Senn defense and out for a throw in for Notre Dame.
Yeah, they've had a couple of those so far. ND has. Just, trying to get the ball up the field and let the offense do their work. And, Senn defense just stops them completely and gets it out, forces a throw in, lets some of their players get back on defense.
This game is a lot about endurance, and it's incredible how long these guys can run as there is a clearance from Senn.
Yeah, always amazes me.
And now a counterattack all the way through, trying to be stopped by Luca. Oh, and there's a hard foul there on the goalie. Senn ran right into Luca Lobianco. He is all right. He's a tank. And a quick telling off by the ref. As there will be a free kick for Notre Dame, deep in their own territory. Passing it back to Luca. Senn trying to apply pressure, but it just doesn't get through. But it gets back through on the wing, and there is a quick call by the ref. I'm trying to see who is in favor of, but I cannot tell. It is a goal kick for Notre Dame. As Luca will try and punt this ball away and try and clear off some pressure from the defense. They've been working overtime so far.
Yeah, and he really needs to use this possession here on offense, really get the ball up the field, make sure they can at least get a scoring opportunity
before the end of the half. As glass breaks in the booth. Either way, there is a foul called, and there is a Senn free kick. Anyway.
We're just going to ignore that.
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. They're fine. They just need to not touch anything. And as Senn kicks this ball off and tries to go for a goal, but it goes through the uprights, and that is 3 points. I'm kidding. This is not football. But yes, the Notre Dame defense really needs to learn. They don't really need to learn. They just need to adapt to this Senn offense. They are being suffocating right now.
Yeah, I like that word better. Adapt is a better word to use.
As Luca tries to approach. Oh, and it's taken back. Luca saving that ball right there. That was a dangerous maneuver. I don't know what he was thinking, but he tries to punt the ball across field, but it goes straight to a Senn attacker.
Downs really need to get this ball out here. Just get it down the field and get it away from the Senn attackers.
They really need a heavy clearance here. And that's not what they're going to get, as it gets quickly to a Senn defender, who now turns it into an offensive situation for Senn. And it's quickly broken up by Mac Stiletnik. And there's a foul A free kick for Notre Dame in midfield.
Luca in the goalie box just giving up his body for his team. You know, you saw him dive about 6 or 7 times just in one play.
Yeah, that was incredible.
As it looks like the clock is going to be stopped.
For a quick moment, for a quick conference. So, okay, the ref is now talking to the line judge to make a decision about what is happening. Just a quick conference, nothing too major. The wind from the fan. Anyway.
Oh, sorry.
A Senn player is quickly being helped off of, or is being guided off the field. Still gonna keep monologuing.
Yeah, honestly, just.
We're good now? All right, wonderful. Incredible. So now we have a free kick from Notre Dame in their own territory. As new substitutions come on, we have 3 for Notre Dame and 1 for Senn. And as Senn quickly breaks up this offense, of the Notre Dame offense, and Notre Dame defense just kicks it out for Senn for a throw-in. Senn will now have another scoring opportunity, an attacking opportunity, which is been detrimental so far. The defense has been running all over the place, and they just don't have a break.
Yeah, I completely take back my statement. I said at the start of the game that it's been pretty even. With about 7 minutes in, I said it's been about pretty even ball time distribution on each side. Now it's clearly favoring Senn. You know, the ball has been on our side of the field in favor of Senn for
as there is now
basically
a
this
through
whole
ball,
half.
And it goes under Amir Mahedi, the sophomore.
Senn gets it right back there, and that's what ND needs to stop doing. They need to stop giving Senn chances to get the ball back.
Dino has been all over the field this game, but mainly in his own backfield. As Senn is now trying to work up an attack, but it gets quickly broken up by the Notre Dame center fielder, or midfielders, my apologies. Senn now works it out to the wing and tries to work out a situation here for a cross. There's pressure being applied, but is quickly broken up, and Senn actually still keeps it in play. The Senn player goes down, but no call was made. There was no contact there, or not enough for the ref to say no. Stop play. And the ball goes out for a throw-in for Notre Dame.
Even though Senn has had the ball more, ND has played some great defense, you know, making sure it stays at least kind of outside of the goalie box. We've seen a couple go pretty close, but for the most part, we've seen ND play some great defense and at least stopping the ball and getting it out, but Senn quickly reclaims it up almost every time so far.
Senn quickly tries to reclaim that, but it goes out again for another Notre Dame throw-in. And it tries to get a quick throw down, but Dino now has the ball. And he quickly loses the ball. Senn now working up an attack. A quick rainbow flick, but it does not work. As now it is in the center field. And it's finally into Senn territory, where there is now a through ball. And there's a lot of commotion in the goalie box, but it goes out for a Notre Dame throw-in. That was a scary attack for Senn. They were really on the ropes there for a second with the goalie out of position.
About even 3-3, 3 ND players, 3 Senn defenders on that play. As that comes into a throw-in, yeah.
And that throw-in quickly gets sent out by Senn, but it's quickly handled out by Francesco Di Filippo, a fantastic player. As now Dino
a chance here for Notre Dame.
Puts it through. Oh, and just over the crossbar.
Great
Sent
attempt.
over by Ryan Shanahan.
Great attempt, great passing, way to get the ball to the open player, you know, just a bit off there.
Wonderful
Still
shot.
a great play.
It is a corner kick now for Notre Dame. As Dino now takes this corner kick, they're going to send in almost every player. We have 3 defenders back just to make sure our counterattack doesn't destroy the Notre Dame defense.
Just about 20 minutes gone in this half.
Dino whips the ball in as the head goes in! That is a goal from Ryan Shanahan. What an incredible header. As that is a goal for Notre Dame. What an incredible through ball.
Way to use the opportunity. They had a corner kick there. You know, you should use those since it's basically a free kick to the middle.
Exactly.
Use it, and now it's 1-0.
Senn was on the offense the whole time, and they just didn't have time to prepare and warm up their defense. Notre Dame quickly getting back into the control of this game now. With 15 minutes left in the half, as the Senn now tries to get a through ball. And it goes out again for a Senn throw-in.
Let's just say that was a great reward for the defense for Notre Dame. As you know, they've been working all game. They deserve that goal.
And now they have a buffer of 1 goal, so they don't have to worry so much about letting up 1 goal. Now they can just relax. They're trying to park the bus a little bit here as the through ball goes in from Senn, but it's quickly handled by the Notre Dame defense. And now there's another a center ball, and that it's horribly misread by a Senn attacker. As there's some contact on the end, but Notre Dame gets the throw in. All right, the play is being reset back over there as there is a sub from Senn. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. And now the throw in from Notre Dame. Senn takes control again, but Dino has the ball and he's passing it back to his teammates as they're going to try and wind down clock here.
Wind down clock and use the open field that they have. Keep passing, make sure that they get good ball movement.
As this ball goes to Colin Source and as he passes it through to his teammates, and the Senn attacker really making a good effort there. The Senn attacker getting a through ball as Luca tries to approach and collects that ball.
Luca does not care if he gets kicked in the face. He's going for the ball no matter what.
Oh, I'm sure he's been kicked in the face many times, but he's a tough boy. He can handle it. As that punt is weak, and it only goes to the 40-yard line. And now Notre Dame has the ball on defense in their own half. And they try to push the ball through. Out to the wing now.
Good pass here could lead to another open goal.
A through ball into the center, and it quickly gets broken up by Senn, but it goes right back out to the wing as Senn regains control and gets the ball back onto offense. Senn has the start of a counterattack here, and that ball is quickly headed out to Luca as he collects that ball. Throwing it quickly out again to Source.
Good read there. Saw the open man.
Wonderful play. Getting that defender, or the attacker to wind himself out by trying to chase down Colin Source. I'm correct by saying that's Colin Source. I am. Whew. Dino now taking the ball in center from the Senn. And now the ball goes out of play for a Notre Dame throw in once again.
I just have a question for you. I'm not trying to be mean or anything.
Of course.
How many live events have you done for Media Crew so far?
I have done 0. This is my first.
Okay, so this is your first one. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to say that and then have you say to me, "Oh, I've done like five of these before."
No.
Okay, so this is
my
your first
live
All right.
event, yes. First time announcing. First time helping set up. I might have helped out a volleyball game. I can't remember, but either way, I was not there for long enough to say I did something to help out.
Great.
As now there's a free kick from Dino going into the box as it rolls quickly outside of the goalie of the goal, and it is now a goal kick for Senn.
Great day to do your first broadcast.
Wonderful day.
80 degrees, sunny.
Yes, a bit warm throughout the whole day, but
yeah.
That's just that comes with the heat.
Out here on Legends Field.
Yes, and thankfully now in school we have air conditioning, which certainly helps with this situation. As the goalie kicks it to his defender on the right side of him. Colin Source quickly collects it and tries to work out a new attack, but he passes it back to Dino, as Dino is working through 2 defenders, and now he works on his own offense, but it quickly gets managed by the Senn defense. Another throw-in. Colin Source now throwing the ball in. As it is quickly gobbled up by Senn. And now Notre Dame is actually on the offense. I apologize. There's now a through ball by, and never mind. Senn quickly blocks it, but is now a corner kick for Notre Dame. As Dino goes to take his position again, we actually saw a goal come from this last time. So let's see how this result happens again. With 11 minutes left in the half, we will see Dino organize his men in the center of the box to try and get a good header in, or try and just set up a quick set piece just to throw off Senn. As the ball now goes in, it's knocked away by the goalie, but Notre Dame is quickly there to collect it and keep the pressure on the Senn goalie. As 2 men go down, but nothing happens. There's all ball contact there.
Control it.
And now Senn is kicking the ball quickly over to Luca Lobianco as he punts that ball away from him to try and get a good offense going, but it does not happen. It's a very neutral playing field right now, with Notre Dame having the advantage by goals, but not much by possession, which is not quite what you need. Possession doesn't always win games.
Yeah, and on that corner kick play, I think what ND needs to do there is just control the ball. You know, they're all trying to kick it, just trying to go for the goal. And that, I'd say, at least just try to get it out to the corner, out to the sidelines, make sure you control it, find the open man, pass, score. Make it a little bit easier for everyone.
As Dino now passes out to the wing, and it's another through ball sent through, but it is quickly collected by the Senn goalkeeper. Senn now has possession of the ball, and they're trying to work up an attack to try and even up the score before the end of the half here. As it is knocked out by Notre Dame, and there's another throw-in, quickly stopping play as a substitution now comes in for Senn. Now we have a throw-in from Senn, trying to work up an offense, as I said. It is now in midfield, and they're working it across, as Senn now has an opportunity to try and send a ball through, but they fail to do so. And Dino cannot collect the ball currently, and Notre Dame actually collects it again, and they're trying to start a counterattack as the ball is sent through, but quickly gobbled up by the Senn goalkeeper. Senn holding on to the ball for a bit while and then punting it away. Dino now trying to get possession of the ball, and it works. It is now out to Source.
About 2 guys up on offense for Notre Dame.
And it is quickly punted into the crowd.
On that play is about a 3v2, 3 Senn defenders, 2 ND attackers. Now we see there's more people from both sides down by the goalie box for Senn.
As there's now a throw-in from Notre Dame. And it's now kicked out again. This is a lot of quick defending on the sidelines as the ball just keeps getting kicked out. But Amir Mahedi now has the ball, trying to work the ball in. Passing it back out to Colin Source as it goes quickly to a Senn defender as they can start a counter-attack. This is a dangerous situation for Notre Dame, but they quickly stop it. And there's a hard tackle there, but and it's now finally called. A bit of a late call, but it is a free kick for Notre Dame. A bit of a hard tackle there from Callum there on Senn. As Notre Dame now tries to set up a set piece to try and get another goal in before the half, or to try and put some more pressure on Senn to try and change up their game plan a little bit. The ball goes in with a hard punch, but it is quickly handled by the Senn defenders, and they are able to now work a counterattack. It is a 3-on-3 as Francesco Di Filippo tries to deal with it, but it goes quickly to Luca Lobianco as Senn fails to utilize that counterattack.
Once again, pretty even ball possession time on both sides of the field as it starts to get later into this half. I think we expect to see that for the rest of the game. ND knows what Senn's doing now, and they're stopping them a little bit earlier on defense. And, they're pushing the ball up the field while Senn is doing the same. Both sides playing very, very good defense this game.
And, of course, Daniel Dino now trying to collect the ball. And now Notre Dame tries to work a counterattack of their own, but it's not going to be quite much as it is a 2-on-4, and Senn quickly knocks it out of bounds for a throw-in. The ball gets thrown to Colin Source as he kicks it back to his teammate.
Great
He
pace from
tries to work
ND.
it through, but he cannot get it done.
Great pace from ND here. Trying to slow it down, waste some time, but at the same time, they're still trying to score and push the ball up the field.
Of course, and applying pressure. What a great challenge by Notre Dame, as Senn now tries to do their own thing, but Notre Dame quickly handles the situation. Francesco Di Filippo with the ball now, trying to kick it out. Daniel Dino now working the attack. Notre Dame sets it through as there's multiple men down in the box, and there's a quick chip, but it goes just wide of the goal.
Looks like it's going to be a corner kick.
It was deflected by a Senn defender.
The third one of this half so far for Notre Dame. Utilized one of them for a goal. Second one went little out of the wing, got kicked out by Senn. Let's see what they could do with this third one here.
Of course, and these fellas having the power of the Lord within them today because it was a mass day. As there's Dino there with the set piece. I cannot quite see who's down there, but I think it is Francesco Di Filippo, but I am completely wrong, actually. As Notre Dame prepares for the set piece, it goes through, and it's handled, but it quickly goes through the uprights of the field goal post. 3 points, again, wrong sport.
Yeah, Andy really should have used that there. Got through all the Senn defenders. They had the open shot, just missed.
Of course, and now Senn trying to deal with this Notre Dame offense, and actually trying to make an offense of their own to try and get back what they had earlier in the half. As Senn completely kicks it to Notre Dame, and Notre Dame now has a chance to manage the clock. Kick back to Francesco Di Filippo, and back to Luca Lobianco. As Senn now can work an offense, but it does not go anywhere because of the poor heading. And now an opportunity by Notre Dame to try and get something done before the half with 4 minutes left to play. Daniel Dean with the ball now going backwards.
Great ball movement. Really getting it past
Lovely
the Senn
ball
defenders.
As it is now a 3-on-2 for Notre Dame. And it quickly gets broken up again by the Senn defenders. They've been wonderful. Senn has been wonderful in the one-on-one situations. As now Senn tries to work a counterattack with a 4-on-3, and it quickly gets broken up by Francesco Di Filippo. Wonderful header there. And I'm sure Profilingano's going to be happy with that one, as there's now a counterattack happening with Notre Dame, but it quickly gets handled by Senn, and it goes out of bounds for a Notre Dame throw-in.
3.5 minutes left here to play in this half, till we take about a 10-minute intermission in between. Hopefully Notre Dame's still leading 1-0 by that time.
Is kicked out again by Senn, as Ian Martinez will not handle the throw-in, and we will actually have Francesco Di Filippo handling the throw-in. Hopefully trying to create another chance for Notre Dame to score here, but it does not happen as he tries to throw it out to the wing, but it gets kicked out of the stadium by... was it out of the stadium? Nope, not quite out of the stadium. Pretty close, though. Just hitting the fence to keep the ball on Notre Dame property.
I remember when me and Danny did that last year. We kept track of how many soccer balls went into the neighboring house's yards.
Of course.
There's a shot on goal.
As Senn collects that shot, trying to work another counterattack, punting it deep down the field. It is collected by Notre Dame, and the counterattack is quickly now in favor of Notre Dame as they try and pass it out to the wing. But it is quickly broken up by Senn, as it is now a 4-on-3 for Notre Dame, but now it is being managed by the Notre Dame defense and Francesco Di Filippo. And it goes out off of Senn, and it is another throw-in for Notre Dame.
And they just needs to control the pace once again, make sure that, 2 minutes left, not much they can do. Just make sure they slow it down, let the time run out. You could go for a goal, but you don't want to risk, giving up the ball and letting Senn have an opportunity.
Of course. And as Senn is now, as there's commotion in the booth, but there's now a substitution from Senn, bringing in a new attacker, as it is a throw-in for Senn. There's a lot of commotion today in the booth. Anyway, as Senn now has the ball on offense, Notre Dame is quickly stifling them on defense and trying to keep them out of scoring opportunities. It is a throw-in for Senn again. And there's an attempted shot at goal, but it is quickly broken up by the Notre Dame defense as there's now less than a minute 30 left in the half. Luca Lobianco booting it down. And it is quickly handled up by Senn. And there is a fight for the ball in center mid. Wonderful. As we have 50 seconds left in the half, Notre Dame trying to work an offense. It is a 4-on-2. As now it goes out to the wing. And it is collected by the Senn goalkeeper. And it is quickly thrown. And I think Senn is going to try and work another counter attack as they try and they set a through ball. But it is quickly managed by Luca Lobianco, who punts it away. And this will leave us with 20 seconds left in the half. Most likely nothing going to happen again as Senn throws the ball in, trying to start another counterattack with 13 seconds left. It goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, just
or not a goal kick.
They're just going to leave it. Everyone's starting to walk off the field.
They're leaving it, and it is going to be 3 seconds left. And that is the end of the half. Notre Dame leading 1-0 against Senn.
And Senn 0.
Would you like?
Dons fans, let's give it up.
I got you. For what?
Just keep going. There's one of the new guys getting caught up.
I got you.
1 in 5 words to. Oh, hey, Jack, how you doing?
Are we on?
No,
there?
we're good. Sorry about that. Yeah, it looks like the refs made a signal that there is still time to play left. I think was there a penalty in the box?
No,
I wasn't
just
really watching. I was getting ready for the half to end.
There was not a penalty in the box. I think it was just a goal kick and or a corner that was not being waved down or being attended to. Oh, there's a yellow card issued to Senn. Or I might need some clarification as to who that yellow card was for, because that is an interesting.
It was for Senn.
Okay.
Can't tell the player. So it looks like we have about 2 seconds left to play here.
2 seconds left to play.
Lobianco's probably just going to kick it out and let them. I mean, there's nothing they can do. It's 2 seconds.
Yeah, he's just going to kick it to his team as he just kicks it once, and the half ends. Notre Dame leading 1-0 over Senn.
At halftime, Notre Dame 1 and Senn 0.
Is your job halftime or my job?
No, just
Dons fans, let's give a warm welcome for the Notre Dame cheer team.
There it is.
Let's give a nice hand for the Notre Dame cheerleaders.
Okay, so James. All right, James. So.
Jake.
All right, Jack. All right. You're gonna be one of those 3 names from now on.
Okay.
All right. So basically, what you need to do is keep the ball in frame at all times. That's your basically one job. So it's currently locked right now. So I'm going to unlock it for you. I need you to hold it steady, okay?
Okay.
Hold it steady. Use that plus sign to kind of just follow the ball. But you, like I said, very smooth with it. So, like I said, quiet, that's it, okay?
Okay.
So try not to use Zoomer just yet, okay?
I won't.
Let's just kind of get used to this.
Is my voice going? Is my voice projecting? Hello.
Well, hey there.
Hi, Daniel.
It's Dan Squared. I have returned from my,
Dormant sleep.
I don't know, how long has it been? Like, since February. Hey, guys, it's great to be back. I'm another year older. I have more gray hair on my chest. Oh, wait, I probably shouldn't have said that. Hey, there's a soccer game going on. So, yeah, we got a podcast today. Daniel Betts is my guest star.
Hello. I've been commentating the most time. As Caden did a wonderful job this first half, but now he's taking a break.
Yeah, we threw him on scoreboard duty. Because,
Yes.
yeah, that's how we do things here. You do a great job in the first half, and then we throw you on to the most miserable job.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it
anyway,
isn't
as
that
Daniel
bad.
Dino now tries to take attack.
You know, I have some grievances with our sound system here because that might. Hey,
Ooh,
hello.
And there is a hard tackle. Not a Brexit tackle. Not quite, but
This
still
isn't
a very
football
hard.
bets.
A Brexit tackle exists. You don't know soccer lingo. I
No,
do.
I don't. I just got thrown into this last year, and yeah, I've learned nothing.
Danny, I'll let you know. I'll let you know one thing. A really hard tackle that does not go for the ball at all is a Brexit tackle. So that's some common information you can
I
know.
wonder if Boris Johnson signed off on that.
He did.
Well, makes sense.
That's why it's named Brexit football.
That would make a lot of sense.
It's a Brexit tackle.
Anyway, I have some grievances with the sound system because today's pregame was probably the worst I've ever done, and I can't say I'm very happy about it.
Well, I can agree with you there. Yeah.
Thank you for boosting my ego. That's really helpful.
Of course. I'll always boost your ego, Danny.
You know, I've missed looking out and seeing the sunset from over the trees.
Okay, you don't need to get sentimental. We don't care that much. Anyway,
Yeah,
as
maybe
it is
the
a
viewers care.
as it is a goal kick for Senn, as they can watch the broadcast. Anyway,
Yeah, but I can, set the stage.
well, Senn now punting the ball into the middle, as we are going to be golf commentators from now
Oh,
on.
I hate golf commentating. Sorry, Jim Nance. I love you, but.
Jim Nance, he barely does golf.
Yes, he does. He
Barely.
He does the Masters.
He barely does golf.
He's
I
like the
don't think
lead guy on CBS's.
As fair
sports
play is now
coverage.
called, as Senn tries to get a free kick there. But the ball is quickly handled by Francesco Di Filippo.
You know, Frankie really getting a huge opportunity this year. You had two huge defensemen. Martin Crew, who, as you mentioned earlier, is now playing professionally in Spain, which
Not professionally quite yet. He's
they're
in the
getting
youth
there.
System.
Still is, absolutely remarkable that they're going to have the chance to play professional soccer in Europe.
Right.
And then Jack Plovanich, who is out sick, so he is not able to play.
Oh, correct.
So now Frank is getting a huge opportunity. He probably did not play as much as he wanted to last year, which was, to
as
be
Notre Dame
expected.
works an attack, as offsides is called on Notre Dame, and Senn will have a free kick.
That was to be expected after the amount of talent that the Dons had last year.
Of course. And do you remember the really good defender that we had 2 years ago? I cannot remember his name.
The Joe Waltz.
It was not Joe Waltz.
Oh, yeah, because Joe Waltz was out.
Joe
the whole year.
Waltz was he was like
He was out his entire senior season.
right, that too.
I don't know. No, I don't
can't remember, but he was like really good, and I really feel bad for forgetting him because he's like an icon of Notre Dame defending. As Luca runs into the sand pit, that's going to be awful.
I won't like playing in the sand later today. I hate sand.
Danny,
This is why I'll never do track.
Danny, you don't need to be in the sand to do track.
Well, there's track events in the sand.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're going to be in the sand.
Yeah, I
You
suppose.
play baseball. You play
I
with
do.
dirt.
I do play with dirt, but dirt is very different than sand. Sand is
It's
coarse, it's rough, it's irritating,
So is dirt.
and it gets everywhere. Okay, but at least dirt is not little tiny particles.
Anyway, as Notre Dame now tries to work an attack,
This is why you can't put me on soccer games.
I will
Nice
never play on
save.
soccer games. What a great defense from Senn.
That
As it is
was
now a throw-in.
Jesus Romero with a nice save there. At least that's what it looks like. It's hard to tell who's who for the Bulldogs.
That is why I am not calling
White
for
on
the
white
Bulldogs.
is That's not easy.
That is
No call there, and now we got a trip.
As there is a no play there, or no call there from the ref. He calls it off, saying fair play, hit the ball.
Even though we've had a couple of cards issued tonight, it's been nice to see a little bit more of a physical play. They've been letting him play it out.
Of course. And
Not
as
the worst
Notre Dame now gets a chance to attack, the goalie's down, and it's blocked. Daniel Dino's shot is blocked, which now leaves Francesco to try and set up a new opportunity. But he is quickly being smothered, and it is now a free kick for Notre Dame, as there is a foul on that play.
Quite the sequence there for the Dons. A huge opportunity to capitalize and grab an insurance goal there. But as it's kind of been to start this season, missed opportunities and not being able to capitalize. Just one goal through their first 2 games has not
Daniel
been
Dino
how.
Sends it through, as there is a header that goes wide left.
Just
of the
barely.
goal. An incredible. Daniel Dino is an incredible set piece master. He has
man.
been incredible this whole
I'm
game.
telling you, if he doesn't go Division I for soccer, something's wrong with college recruiters.
I feel like if he doesn't go like at a youth club, I feel like something's wrong, because he is a great player.
Doing.
As it goes right off of Dino's
Doing.
head, as Senn defenders quickly dispatch of the Notre Dame threat.
As I was saying earlier, the ability for the Dons to score it's been a lot different than it was in the past. You know, Freddie Krug last year had I'm pretty sure a school record of 35 goals.
35 goals.
Which was best in the state, in case you were wondering. That's just, it's unbelievably
Of course,
crazy.
as Notre Dame now works an attack, as it is quickly picked up by the Senn goalie.
You know, Daniel Tinoco has got like the perfect body for a goalkeeper. He's built like a linebacker, and he moves so quick on his feet. He reminds me a lot of a hockey goalie, just stopping absolutely everything in his path.
That he can stop, at least.
That he can stop, yes.
He has let up a goal.
He has let up a goal, but he's been playing very well.
As Francesco tries to work out that ball, but it is now a throw-in for Senn.
Got a little physical there with Joe Gonzalez. Frank's a very physical player. He uses his very built body. He's in the gym almost every day, and he's gained a lot of speed along with all that gym work, too.
He's a built Italian as Luca punts that ball into the midfield.
You know, built Italians are pretty good at soccer.
Of course. Reminiscent of Chiellini. I'm joking. Chiellini is like 6'4". Francesco is like 5'4".
What is he on here? No, they don't even have him on it. He's like 5'7".
They have the heights. No,
they don't
do
have
not.
that.
I thought the Senn has heights.
You don't listen.
I don't need to listen to you.
What? He thinks he can talk to me like this after this is my 4th year doing this, and this is his first game.
Yeah.
All right, I see how it is.
As Luca collects that ball, he will roll it out to Notre Dame.
Kean Haw has a spectacular opportunity here, and we haven't talked about him enough because he hasn't played. He is the future of Notre Dame goaltending. You know, Luca Lobianco's been up here at the varsity level and has been starting ever since Jeremy Spina graduated, who is now doing great things over at Cornell, by the way. And he's been anchoring this defense down. But Kean has the opportunity to learn a lot. You know, Kean has been the JV goalie for 2 years now, coming into this year. Kier Swanson no longer plays with the ND soccer program. He also plays with a club team that does not allow him to play for high school. So now Kean gets bumped up. He's now the varsity backup. A big opportunity for him. Let's see how much he learns from Luca this year. Next year's going to be a huge year for him because, at least for me, I think he's got a really great chance to play in college.
As Senn tries to get an attack going on Notre Dame, but it is being quickly thrown out by Notre Dame.
Hey, hello.
As there's a rough attempt at a tackle there. Which
Car crash.
No. And that is a sweeper.
Nice save.
Save by Luca Lobianco.
This kid's unbelievable.
Of course. As now Notre Dame tries to work an attack going. And Senn able to swallow it up.
You know, Dan, one of the things I was really interested to see what Notre Dame was going to do is how they were going to bounce back from that tough loss against Loyola.
Yes,
and,
of course.
you know, so far, I can't complain. They're winning. However, it would have been nice to see a few more goals. We know that Senn has been a pretty good soccer program over the last couple of years, and especially since Coach Brewer has come in to take over this program, they've been a lot better since he's come in.
As there are subs now for Senn and Notre Dame, trying to get some more
See Danny
fresh legs
England
in.
come in. But as I was saying, you would have liked to see a little bit more of a bounce back. The fire in these guys to, after a tough loss to a rival like that, you would think these guys would have been playing with fires in their bellies and, been able to get a little bit more in the goal. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. But after that loss, I'm sure, as there's a call from the ref, as he is going to award a free kick to Notre Dame. But as I was saying, that did light a fire under them. They were really angry that they lost to Loyola. Like, they grew up around those guys. They have known them their whole lives, and they've just had this animosity to them, which is understandable. They're rival schools. They both want to compete at the highest level. They both want to win state championships. And as Dino now puts this ball in, there's an incredible opportunity, but the goalie swats it away.
The goalie made some contact there with Ryan Shanahan, and now we got another trip up.
But that is a clean tackle as it hit the ball first before it hit the Senn player.
We're just calling him player A, player B, player C, player D.
I don't have good eyes. I have like 2 stigmatisms in each, and it's not fun. Either way, I can tell.
I'm glad you weren't calling games when we had those old varsity jerseys, because you would have had a field day.
I would have been fine. Either way, we have another throw-in for Notre Dame, as there's another opportunity for a goal, as the parents are now getting very vocal, supporting their team.
More contact.
The goalie making clean contact there with the ball and just hitting Dino on accident. Oh, and is that
Street
ball
ball
out? It goes out of here. 1 ball in the first home game of the season.
This one's out of here.
This is not baseball, Danny. I know you're a baseball player.
I heart baseball.
We know, but it's not baseball, man. This is an intervention. Anyway, as Notre Dame throws the ball in now.
You have to stop breaking people's necks.
I'm giving up. I want to put the headset down.
You've been wanting to put the headset down since I got on 13 minutes ago.
Yes, as there's now only 23 minutes left in the game.
Oh,
Senn's
you're almost
trying to
there.
work an attack. I was kidding, Danny. You can tell my voice. We're talking as there's a clean tackle, but no penalty awarded for Notre Dame. And the frustration is boiling over right there as there's a counterattack now for Senn with a 4-on-7, it looks like.
You can really see.
As there's a shot that goes wide left.
You can really see the frustration on Coach Crowley's face over there on the other side of the field. It's just like, why won't you? And I get that. You ain't going to get all the calls, but there comes a point in time where it's like, okay, how clean is this hit? Are you putting my player in danger? And this isn't football, to put it very plainly.
Oh.
You would think that there'd be a little less contact, but it's
no. Danny,
I think there's more contact.
Danny, I am well aware. Oh, and it
Heads
goes
up.
into the crowd as a parent makes a great catch. Get him on the football team. I'm kidding. Anyway, no, you'd be surprised with the amount of contact there is in soccer. I mean, just go on YouTube and you'll find the most insane tackles just in regular, like, bottom of barrel, like, relegation battle teams as Senn now collects that ball, which is very scarily close to being a goal for Notre Dame.
Yeah, Daniel Tinoco has been playing very well back there today. And, like I said just a few minutes ago, able to use his big frame. He's 5'10", but
he looks
like
about
we
6
said,
foot.
he's built like a linebacker. He's using his very muscular body and just gets it almost looks like he's like just one of the other guys out there. Yeah.
It's effortless for him.
I would agree.
As there's an attempt for fans to call handball there, which it was close, but I do not think that there was a handball there on Francesco Di Filippo.
You see a lot more than I do, and it's telling. Now we get a whistle.
There we go. As there is a free kick awarded for Notre Dame.
Alrighty then.
That is an interesting call from the ref.
Explain.
Well, first off, no one touched him. And there was no one near him, so I don't know who that would have been called on. And it looked like a handball as well, which
It looks like it's like basketball.
I guess. I mean, I have no idea. As Dino now tries to throw the ball into the box. And
Headed goes off Senn there.
as there's a shot from Notre Dame, but it's quickly.
Yeah, Tanoka read that very well. Ian didn't look like he put a ton of speed on that, and it just went right at him. It didn't look like he had to move a muscle. Nice header there by Ante Bassan.
As there's a lot of contact there on that head. And now Notre Dame has a chance to get through, but it is quickly ate up and thrown out.
Wow, did you see that kick there by
That was an
Tanoka?
incredible kick.
You're seeing some moves out of this goaltender that you probably wouldn't see from many others.
Except for Luca Lobianco.
Except for
of course.
Luca
Look at how
Lobianco.
stoic he is out there.
Oh, my goodness.
Going up with this team, there's a... Oh, wow, there's actually a corner kick for Notre Dame. As Dino is now trying to set up another goal opportunity for Notre Dame. He
Big year for
quickly-
Daniel Dino, wouldn't you agree?
Of course, yeah, it's his senior year. It's what he's been waiting for. And as Notre Dame now has an attacking opportunity, it goes wide left.
Yeah,
No goal.
over there, a lot of traffic for Jack McNamara. He never really had a lot of opportunity to move. I'm a little surprised that he took a kick right there and didn't try passing it off to someone who might have had a little bit more of an open lane. It looked like there was about two other guys around him, and it looked like he tried to swerve around those two defenders in front of him and ended up going wide to the left. But, you know, I'm not down on the field. I don't know his thought
course.
process, but
The goalie deferring to give the ball to his right back.
yeah, I would have liked
For the puck.
I would have liked to see on that play at least that he would have gone to someone off to his right and maybe someone that had a little bit of a better shot, because at least from our vantage point, it didn't look like he had the greatest line of sight to the goal.
Of course, as
Oh!
it hits off of the Senn defender, that would have been a great through ball. if he
That's a
could
bad
just get it
break for the
over.
Bulldogs.
And now Notre Dame has a counterattack quickly moving on. I am saying quickly a lot today. Man, I am just rapid.
Rapid fire, man.
I'm
You're
rapid in my speech. I am.
dude, you're a natural, I'm telling you.
That's what they tell me.
You're natural in everything they tell you.
That is a really weird sentence to say.
Yeah, why?
I'm going to bring that up with you after the game.
Yeah,
because
why? That was a weird sentence.
Are you sure you're built for this?
No.
Anyway, as Notre Dame now gets possession of the ball again after Senn trying to clear the ball out, gives Daniel Dino a chance, but it goes actually quickly to the Senn goalkeeper. I need to get some new impulse words to say.
You know, speaking of which, while we got a quick second, I just want to throw something out there real quick for all of our fans watching. The ND Athletic Club is got a new game to try out this year. It's called Buy the Yard. You are able to buy a yard line on the football field. There's 99 of them. You can purchase one for $50, and you have it for the entire home football slate. During a home varsity football game, if the quarter ends on your yard line, so say you purchase the north end zone 27-yard line, and the quarter ends on your yard line, you will win $100. For the homecoming game, which is October 7th, you can win $200. There are 2 winners a game, and all the proceeds go to benefiting the maintenance of Legends Field. You can go to nddons.org to purchase your tickets. It is $50. There is a small processing fee. We greatly appreciate all of your donations that you make. It's absolutely spectacular. It allows us to do things like this. It keeps
As
Legends
there
Field
is
looking
a
beautiful.
Free kick there awarded to Notre Dame, but it is quickly. As Senn now has an attacking opportunity.
You know, so
and it is kicked out of bounds by Notre Dame.
So, Betts, I want to ask you something while
Of
I'm going
course.
off of that topic there.
Yes,
You played on this field for 3 years before you left football last year.
Play is a very liberal term. That's a very that's that gives you a
Okay.
lot of credit.
You played on this field for 3 years
Mhm.
before you left football this past year. What was it like to play on a field like this?
It was incredible. It's a great field. I mean, after playing on dirt fields in grade school and actually having the chance to play on Loyola's field as well, as there's a tough challenge there in the center field, which is now awarded as a penalty in favor of Notre Dame. They will now have a free kick in center field. But as I was saying, I've had the opportunity to play on Legends Field here and as well as Loyola's field, and I gotta say, there's such a great difference between the two. Loyola's is very rough, like it's very just flat. It feels like you're running into concrete. I remember in 8th grade, I was chasing down a player, and as I got the tackle, I just scraped my knee entirely off, and it was horrible, and I did not like it, and that's partially the reason why I went to Notre Dame. I am kidding. But as Senn now collects it and punts it into midfield, Notre Dame's field is wonderful. I mean, of course, the the little rubber pellets of the turf get into your shoes, and it's very annoying when you walk around in your gym shoes and have pellets just in your it
In your
aggravates
shoes.
me. It aggravates me.
I'm sure it does. But it is one of the nicest fields around. We are lucky that we have our own field. We have our own facilities.
Of course, we are blessed.
Unbelievable. All of our football teams can practice on campus.
Well,
Not many teams,
yeah,
not many other schools can say that, which is very impressive
of course.
with
And
our huge 28-acre campus.
as Senn now has an attacking opportunity, which is quickly broken up by Francesco Di
Nice.
Filippo.
Very nice. As we had said earlier, this season, especially in the early going, is a huge opportunity for Frank. He's been proving that he's staying in the starting lineup, and that's part of why he's given a captain's armband with his
course.
leadership qualities.
He is a leader in the classroom as well. I mean, he just leads the classroom in Italian 4. He is a wonderful presence to have. And as Proflingano would attest, he is a wonderful student to have, as that ball is kicked out of bounds by Senn, and there will be a goal kick for Luca Lobianco and Notre Dame.
You got about 14 minutes left to go, and, this is your first game up here.
Yes.
1-0 game this late. What do you think about that?
I feel like this is actually better than what most soccer games will be this year. Obviously, as some games go to 0-0 ties, those aren't the most fun, but also the little bits of action, little bits of tension in between. Like, at the beginning of the game, we completely now forget that Senn was dominating Notre Dame. But that all quickly changed as the Dino set piece really set in. And
Speaking
as now
of which,
Dino has an opportunity,
and he's going to get beat here.
and it gets sent out of
Ooh.
bounds as Dino goes into the lines judge. But he is okay. Just a bit peeved that there's no call there.
Very impressed with the way Dino has been playing, especially with that cast over his left knee. He's been playing very well, and even though his running abilities are a little bit limited, slowly getting better, slowly being able to be a little bit more mobile in gameplay with that knee brace on, and it almost looks like it just really hasn't been affecting him that much other than a little bit of slower speed and running around.
Of course, and even then, he's still faster than 99% of the people at Notre Dame.
Until you face Sean Johnson.
Until you face Sean Johnson.
Or
that is very true.
Nick Nudo. If you've ever seen Nick Nudo run, oh man.
Absolutely.
Last spring, he was probably in a normal year. Now, this is obviously not counting the 2021 spring season from, January to May. Probably one of the first athletes in school history to play 2 sports in the same season.
Yes,
He played JV baseball and he ran varsity track.
Of course, and it's very impressive, but I don't like the disrespect you're giving to Nyshawn Madden, as there's now a Notre Dame attack.
I love you, Nyshawn.
But yes, Nyshawn is an incredible athlete. I mean, just incredible.
I really
On
wish
hurdles. As there's now a Senn opportunity for attack, but
Oh.
Francesco Di Filippo breaks it up.
I
putting
really
his
wish
body
I
in
would have
front of
seen.
the ball.
I really wish I could have seen more film of Nyshawn before I said that.
Yeah, you should be. You should be ashamed. He's
know
a
what?
very fast individual.
You know what?
He's very amazing. As Luca Lobianco now will collect this ball
Nyshawn's great.
and waste a little bit of time drawing the Senn defenders.
Hello.
As he now picks up the ball.
Back off. Back off.
And the Senn trying to get a call there from the ref, but he does not bite. As there's now 11 minutes left to go in this game. An incredible first night. Notre Dame really showing how they're going to set the tone for this year at their first home game.
Dan, while we got a quick second, I got to lay down another ad down.
Another ad.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to be on the air again until next Friday. And next Friday is a double header for us because that is when, as here comes Ian Martinez down, and that'll get broken up. The St. Patrick Shamrocks are going to be visiting Legends Field that day. For a football game, the first time since 2019 that the two schools have played in football.
Now there's an attack from Notre Dame, which is quickly broken up by Senn.
So there will be two games that day. The freshman game will be at 5 p.m. We will be up here for that, and then varsity will be following at 7:30. We encourage you, if you're going to attend, get here as early as you can because once capacity is hit, they are not letting you in. And make sure you buy your tickets online. You cannot buy them here.
Oh, there's a long
3
shot
points.
Which goes through the uprights.
3 points.
3 more points for Senn. They are kicked 2 field goals today.
We're kicking the Don's butt. 6-0.
Alban, I do not want to hear you speak.
Excuse me? Are you disrespecting our producer?
I am not. I'm just saying I do not want to hear him in the mic because I heard him from your mic. Anyway.
Wow, Daniel Betts disrespecting our amazing producer. Hey, while he brought it up, let's give a shout out to our producer today, Alban Ramani, who is doing his first full game by himself as a producer.
Wonderful job.
He's been doing absolutely amazing. Taking care of business tonight. I've been very, very impressed with him today.
Ooh,
he's got high hopes.
Head hits, and there is a player down. That is
that's Max Stalinchek.
Yep, you got that one right. A hit on the head. I'm sure he is going to be feeling that one tomorrow in biology class.
So while we have a second, we are going to head off to break. We return from a short injury timeout there as Max Stalinchek exits with an apparent head injury. He is off on the
He was able to walk
right
off,
now.
which is wonderful
That
to
is
see.
a good sign. But still a lot of concern there.
There's a lot of aggression in soccer. It's really insane.
Man, I have a lot to learn.
As there is now a free kick for Senn, as play will resume as soon as the kick is done.
Great setup.
What do you want me to do?
That was a great setup.
Anyway, play resumes, and getting back on topic of the Pats game, we have not played them in 3 years, and I'm sure all the guys, as Senn goes on to attack, I'm going to stop my point, and now it's shut down by Notre Dame.
Continue.
Anyway, back onto my point. We have not played Pats in football for the past 3 years, and people have been getting antsy.
I would absolutely agree with that. You know, I have a couple friends over at St. Pat's. Yeah, who would believe that? I can't believe it either.
You have friends?
Wow. All right. That's a joke. I do have a couple old friends over there at St. Pat's, and even they've been saying, because they're seniors too. Oh,
As there's a
no.
yellow card given to
Zach
Notre
Source.
Dame. Zach Source getting sent.
Or Joey Source, excuse me. Joey Source. There's
triplets?
threes. They're twins.
Oh my.
Okay, so
there's 3 sources.
okay, so
yeah, okay.
Zach and Colin Source are twins, and then Joey Source is a cousin.
Okay, that makes. I forgot that there's 3 of them. I
All right, anyway. So a couple guys over there at Pat's that I am friends with, even they've been saying, because they're seniors too, missed header attempt here, and Dons are going to break this up. Yep. Even they've been saying they have an antsy to play ND since their freshman year. And Sean Johnson.
Overpowering. Get in the weight room.
Even they've been saying they have an antsy. Even ever since Pats lost 14-0 in a game that took about 24 hours to complete.
I remember that one.
Yeah, that was fun.
Whew, that was a joyous. That was a really
Oh, that
fun
was
game.
great. That was great.
All of us in the gym at the same time. That was wonderful.
Oh,
Nothing
my.
wrong.
I was out here.
Yeah, we were in the gym. That was horrendous. It was so hot, so awful. But as I remember from the freshman game, we dominated St. Patrick, and it was wonderful. It was a joyous occasion.
Of course it was.
Everyone was
joyous for you.
cheering. The freshman beat the other freshman.
Wow.
There was like 5 people there.
And now those same, there won't be 5 people there this time. And those same freshmen that are now seniors, varsity players, they do have a good group this year. It's little footsies going on under the dinner table there.
What are you saying?
Hey, that was good. You know, they do have a good group this year, but I'd say last year's group was probably more talented than
What, Pats?
Yes,
Oh,
they had
of
a very good group last year.
Yeah.
New head coach, completely revamped coaching staff. Oh, fake out.
Fake out with Dino.
No.
Oh, dirty
you
dog.
Dirty dog. You stole my line. You stole my line.
As Dino whips that ball in, and it goes straight to the Senn keeper.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see that next week.
Yes, of course.
There will
that
be a
is
lot of people
grudge
here.
match.
I'd say the city of Niles will probably be shut down for that.
Yeah, in the city of Chicago, too. You know, we don't want to have fires burning down the place. And we will have a free kick awarded for Notre Dame. Oh, as there's some aggression from Senn there. Throwing the ball. And
Now
there's
he
a yellow
yells out.
card awarded to the Senn player.
Now a red is
red!
out.
He is off. Senn will now be playing the rest of the 6-minute game with 10 men on the field instead of 11. That is a shocking event.
That's not how it works. He's just out of the game.
Really? They don't?
Yeah, they just put a new guy in.
Stopping time. Stopping time.
Callum Dixon.
And the coach is yelling at him, but no, they continue with 10 people, Danny. It's.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
Oh,
a
and
red card takes off a player permanently.
Coach Brewer is not pleased over there.
So 3.
Is it 10?
Yes, it's 10, Danny. It's
I-
a red card sends off people permanently.
Oh, I knew
That-
it'd send the
it-
player off. I
in
didn't know it
every-
just
no, it-
removes the spot.
It removes
Okay.
the spot permanently. That is how
All
soccer
right.
works.
Well, anyway,
Now with Notre Dame.
sorry to cut you off. Something interesting that I think should be noted here, because the Dons actually have gotten a couple cards, is hi there. If you get 25 cards in a season, you don't qualify for state. So it's something it's true. It's
Wait, red cards or just
cards in
total?
general.
That is.
And the Dons already have
Wild.
5, because they had 3 in Monday's game.
That is wild. No, this doesn't count for state, does it? Because this is not a elite.
Yes, it
game.
does.
Real? That is insane. 25.
So we did just get our statistician, Tristan Kakal. He did. Betts was right. They are down a player for the game.
Okay.
I actually did not know that.
Danny, and you're calling a soccer game. I
don't know everything.
I've been watching soccer for. You should trust me.
I don't trust you.
I've watched soccer way more than you. As we're now stopping time for the refs to talk. Oh, as the Senn coaches are frustrated at some calls, pointing out a Notre Dame player.
Hey, aren't you involved in something else with a certain performance that's happening in a couple weeks?
Yeah,
about a month.
It
2
involves.
months?
It involves like one more player Oh, as a yellow card is awarded
Another one.
As a yellow card is awarded to a
Awarded?
Senn player, as he is now being
Let's
told to go
penalize
off.
you, genius. That is Joe Gonzalez. That is exiting. So, yeah, talk about what's coming up for you October 14th.
So, Notre Dame, we have a great theater program, the Jugglers. We actually will have more people on stage than there are Notre Dame players on the field currently. 12 angry men. As auditions have happened once this week, as they will not continue this week. They will continue Monday. We are looking for a fantastic performance. It is a wonderful show that the whole family can enjoy. If you like,
I am looking forward to it.
Of course, and everyone else should as well, because a lot of teachers at Notre Dame give extra credit if you go to shows.
Yeah.
So it's pretty nice if you go to take a picture with Mr. Hopper during the show.
Well, you said that. It's pretty good. As Bassan will kick that away.
As it goes headed into the
Look at him go.
Keeper.
Wow, that's a great boot there, about 40 yards.
As Senn is now fired up, and they're trying to get their own attack, but it does not work, as there's now less than 5 minutes left in the game. With Senn now trying to make another counterattack with a 2-on-4. The ball being sent into the center, but it's quickly...
Oh, way to go, Frank. Way to get that out. Very impressive there.
Getting the ball out. I am saying quickly so much. I am quickly racing. As the Senn fans are frustrated at the refs. It's the passion of soccer.
Oh, yes.
It's a passione, as any Italian would say.
Nice boot there from Bassan.
Talking to the broadcast. Anyway, as we have we have substitutions.
Yep. I can't say that. I see Colin Source coming in. That's number 5.
Colin Source,
and
yeah.
I do recognize Colin Source. We call him Baby Baffa.
You need to not say that on broadcast. That is a weapon of mass
distraction.
As Dan DeFranza coins that term.
Yes, he does. Okay, but there's some...
As there's now a goal kick awarded for Notre Dame.
Okay, so here's why we call the baseball team calls him Baby Baffa.
I don't need to hear why he's called Baby Baffa.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say it anyway.
You can say it anyway because we're on a podcast-style broadcast.
That's exactly what it is. So when Colin Source showed up he actually showed up for incoming freshman baseball camp last year, because he's now a sophomore. So when he came in as a freshman, he looked just like now junior Nick Baffa, and he was at the camp. So when Nick Baffa showed up and we saw Colin Source, we put them next to each other, and they looked like twins. More so than Nick Baffa's own brother, who's now a freshman here. I kid you not. If you put the two next to each other, two pictures, you'd think that they were brothers. But then if you put Nick...
I don't doubt it, as Senn is given a free kick opportunity. They're trying to...
Then if you put Nick Baffa next to his brother, his younger brother, not Jared, but his younger brother...
Senn whipping the ball into the box. It is quick.
There you go.
It is collected by Luca Lobianco as he falls to the ground.
You wouldn't think that they'd be related. It's really weird how genetics work sometimes.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I can't attest, but I
just roll with my shenanigans, will you?
I will not roll with your shenanigans. Ugh. As we have a counterattack coming with Sean Johnson. Is that Sean? That's Sean Johnson.
Well, you know it's a really fast guy.
Yeah, true.
That's how you know it's Sean Johnson.
He's oh, it's Sean Johnson now has an opportunity. He gives it to Dino. The shot goes in!
Daniel Dino with another goal. Everything was there. The bread, the butter, the meat, the potatoes, and all the desserts.
And he goes down with a cramp in his leg. That is not a fun thing. Oh, well, he seems to be writhing in pain there. That's not a good sight to see after a goal. Oh boy, that's a really not fun sight. I think it is a cramp. Yep.
That's his right leg too.
Yeah, that's
that's
a cramp.
A bit of a sigh of relief because it is not the hurt leg.
Right. It seems to be a bit of a cramp or
he twisted something.
Maybe he twisted his ankle on that shot as he planted the leg.
That isn't Not good.
As we will take another injury timeout break. And we're back.
Welcome back, guys.
Hi. Daniel Dino is now walking off of the pitch, which is fantastic to see.
No, that's
You love to see
what?
him walking. You love to see him walking. There's just 2 minutes left in the game now. Danny, if a player hurts his leg and he's walking, it means he's fine.
But he still hurts.
He's fine.
You don't
It's
like
just-
that.
He's fine. He's alive, and he's not going to have his leg amputated. It's fine.
Man, aren't you
I am not a Debbie Downer. I am a
I was going to call
person
you
who-
glass half empty.
glass half empty. No, call me a Debbie Downer. Come on, Danny. You're supposed to be.
Chillax, Debbie. My goodness.
We're both DBs. We're both Daniel B's. It's really weird.
Yeah, we basically have the same name except for the last 2 letters of our last name.
That's so strange, actually. Yeah, as Daniel Berg and Daniel Betts are on the announcing.
Yeah, but I go by DB.
I.
No, you're
I'm
D-Betts.
I am D Betts.
You
that
are
is correct,
D-Betts.
Yeah, and you're just Danny. As Notre Dame works on attack now, Sean Johnson trying to get another attempt.
Nice
but the
save.
Senn goalkeeper
With
sweeps
under
it
a
up.
minute to go, we'll see if Senn can end this shutout here. They've gotten close a few. Oh, nice header.
As Senn wants to try and at least work a tie out.
That was McNamara.
Or no,
right
they
there.
can't even work a tie out, right? I
Nope.
forgot that there was a goal. It just did not register in my head.
Oh,
As I disrespect Daniel Dino's grave, we have another offensive attack as there is a hard tackle.
Josh Lill is probably crying right now by how bad this has gone.
Josh Lill rolling in his grave.
Yeah, there you go. That's the time to use that line.
Dino is not on the pitch right now, so I can say he's rolling around in his grave.
Fine.
Anyway, we have 20 seconds left in the game.
I'd say this is a pretty good first win for the Dons. A nice win against a team that they play every year in this tournament. And
As the cheerleaders finally start doing the best chant.
yeah, about time.
Y-E-L-L, everybody yell, go Dons.
Dons are going to improve to 1-1. The Senn Bulldogs are going to fall to 1-1, and the Dons take the first game of the Don Raider Cup.
An excellent performance today from the Dons.
Especially Daniel Dino, too.
Dino having
2
an assist
goals. That
and
was
a goal.
fantastic.
He had an assist and a goal. He did not have 2 goals.
Oh, look at that. We have a yellow at the end of the game. Sorry, Dino had an assist and a goal.
Yeah.
I don't obviously keep track. Thank you,
I
Kaden,
know you
another statistician.
I was the one who told you.
No, you didn't.
I'm
but-
gonna go cry. Anyway,
A
as
really good win for
the game
the Dons.
ends, there's a lot of tension that happened through the game, with red cards and yellow cards being shown everywhere. As the Dons escape with the win,
Yeah, it's very physical. But I think this is something we're going to see throughout the year. The Dons are going to be a very physical team. They're a young team. They're very inexperienced. A lot of these guys are coming up from the freshman level to the varsity level. So that says something
it's
about
a huge
just
shift as the
the competition level is completely different for what these guys are facing.
Of
But,
course.
however, it's a great first win for the Dons. Senn's going to regroup. They get North Shore Country Day tomorrow, and then they'll get Northside on Saturday. And then let's see if the Dons can capture another championship here in this tournament.
Of course. And now, will we be signing off?
Well, first of all, we got to say thank you to all of our amazing behind-the-scenes guys, especially, like I shouted out earlier, Alban did absolutely fantastic today.
Wonderful job.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy about that. We also got to thank all of our field personnel, security staff, and all the fans for coming out today for the home opener of the 2022 Don season. So for our production crew, for Daniel Betts, for Caden Frawley, this is Danny Berg signing off. We're going to see you next week for doubleheader action, St. Pat's and Notre Dame football. Have a great night, and go Dons.